This is about moving all three elements to the Kmart site. This is about moving the municipal services and the fire station to the Sherwood site, which is where Ferguson is, and leaving the library where it is.
Tonight we're at Denbigh Community Center for our second community meeting for the Denbigh Warwick Area Plan. It's an open house format, so basically they come in, they get a welcome. We introduce them to the data that we collected during our feedback, and then they go to different stations to cast their vote on what type of alternatives they would like to see for redevelopment and change in the Denbigh area.
Hi.
Well, I'm here to see what the people want, and I was at the meeting back in the summer, and at that meeting a lot of people emphasized the need for more access to the waterfront. I'm happy about the turnout. I'm happy. I've looked over there where they have people voting, and I see one of the larger categories is for the natural areas as far as putting in your dollars. They hand you these $100 bills and play money, and you can put them in the different categories if you want to, or all in one.
So it will still have it the same place, having your main street, so you can come here and park and walk. That little area still has your green space.
Tonight, basically, we are reporting what we have found through our community outreach, through our first community meeting, our community survey, and our focus groups. And we are asking our citizens, from what the information we found, to kind of give us directions of what they would like to see based on that feedback.
It's not well lit.
It's not well lit, and there's not a community presence.
Yeah.
You know, there's people
Let's put that on there. I mean, that's like a perfect example. If it's not well lit and you don't feel safe.
Right. Like, I would never go there by myself.
Yeah. So that's a perfect example of something that, like, we can take and look back at and be like, if they have the money for it, they should put lighting there. And that's a perfect
and some
example.
sort of, you know, different parks have, not necessarily, you said a restaurant's not going to happen, but there's not, I don't even think there's any.
No program.
There's no picnic area, you know, so you can't have families.
I don't think there's any toilet facilities down around.
Yeah.
So it needs better facilities, period.
I'm interested in some kind of community center, and I'm not just talking about a building, but kind of like a downtown area, a place where people would go, and this is the middle of Denbigh, and not just a parking lot at a shopping center. That's one of the problems Denbigh has. It has the number of shopping centers, and some of them are half empty, and what it really needs is some kind of center that people identify with and can go to.
So this is how it currently exists right now? Yes, that is correct.
Our first community meeting, the purpose of that meeting was to introduce the community to the project and to engage them, to get them thinking about what type of redevelopment they would like to see, what are the challenges of the area, what would they like to see changed. And based on that, that was part of our data gathering. And from there, we began to see themes emerge, like connectivity, health, safety, crime, placemaking. There's no sense of place. It came out that Denbigh doesn't have an identity. So how do we create that identity? And that's kind of what we're here tonight to hear from the residents. What do you want to see as the identity for Denbigh? Well, the hope is that we have a plan that will take Denbigh into the next 10, 20 years with redevelopment and revitalizing the community. The Denbigh Warwick Area Plan is no different than other plans that we have in other areas of the city. For example, we have our C&I effort going on in the southern part of the city. It's the same planning process. We hope to have this effort completed by late spring. We're looking at a third community meeting late February, and at that point we'll have a draft plan. Citizens can stay engaged by going to our webpage, and we'll have information from the first community meeting and this community meeting posted.